Right? So let's start. Permission. So let's start. A very good afternoon to all, respected eminent persons and dignitaries in the hall. Honorable Chairman of AICT, Professor T.G. Sitaram sir. Honorable Vice Chairman, Dr. Abhay Zere, Vice Chairman of AICT, also Chief Innovation Officer of Ministry of Education's Innovation Cell, and all IIC team, and especially Vice Chancellors, Directors, Principals, Innovation Ambassadors, IIC members, student innovators joined online through the YouTube channel, and all those are present here and watching this session through other medias. Today is a very important day for us, and especially for our all IIC institutions, innovators, innovation ambassadors, because today we are going to know our performance. Today we will witness that how our efforts are contributing towards building this innovation and startup culture in our country, and especially the role of higher education institutions in spearheading this innovation movement. As we all witnessed in the last 4.5 years journey of IIC, that it has created a momentum, and also it has provided a kind of a scalable structures to our institutions to develop the ecosystem and also sustain that movement, sustain that ecosystem in a better way. And result of it, there is a 4 to 5 fold increase in output in terms of intellectual properties, patents, innovations, startups, and also there is an increased awareness level among students, faculty members, and there is a well connection with the ecosystem enablers happened. Because of that, the quality innovations and startups are coming up, and which is immensely contributing towards uplifting the India's position from 81st position in 2015 to 40th position in 2023 in the Global Innovation Index. Also, India has moved off in intellectual property rating and other indicators, which gives the quality education in our country. And in recent, in NEP 2020, also it has emphasized upon an education which is built upon and around on innovation entrepreneurship, and keeping this spirit and taking this movement forward, IICs are playing a very important role. So I will request now our Chief Innovation Officer and Vice Chairman of AICT, Dr. Abhay Zere, who is going to tell us about how this IIC structure we have designed and how it is currently playing the instrumental role, and what is our future plan, and so that all our institutions will come and will into a common ground, and we will visualize a picture to take this initiative forward. Over to Dr. Abhay Zere, sir.
Thank you, Deepan. Honorable Chairman AICT, Professor T.G. Sitaram sir. Our member secretary will also join us soon. And my dear MIC team members. As you all are aware, that our new education policy 2020, also called as National Education Policy 2020, has huge emphasis on creativity, on huge emphasis on innovation. But while this policy was getting developed, we had privileges to attend some of these meetings internally before 2020 itself. And at that time itself, we realized that we need to give push in big way for developing innovation and entrepreneurial ecosystem in our higher educational institutions. So in 2018 itself, we decided that we will not wait for the launch of new education policy, but we will start activities immediately. As a result, in 2018, we constituted MOE's Innovation Cell, and I joined as Chief Innovation Officer. We are extremely thankful to AICT because right from the day one, AICT supported this cell, not only just administratively, but financially also. And the entire muscle of AICT was with us to push these ideas aggressively into our higher and technical institutions. When this cell got conceived, we said that we need to be innovative because India's education system is the second largest in the world, and maybe many of the global models may not be relevant for our country. So one of the model which we conceived was this IIC's, Institution Innovation Councils. Because what we realized was that it is easy to create infrastructure, but it's extremely difficult to bring about the change in mindset which is required for pushing innovation and entrepreneurship. So we decided to work with AICT in developing or creating that mindset within our HEIs. And that is the result IIC was actually conceptualized. When we started working on IIC model, we said that we will handhold institutions for 2 years or 3 years in such a way that a sustainable innovation ecosystem will get established if they just follow our instructions. And I'm very happy to see the results, the kind of events, the kind of initiatives which our institutions have taken. And if you really look at the recent reports, the kind of startups which are coming out, student-led startups, faculty-led startups from our IIC institutions are actually increasing in geometrical terms or geometrical proportions. We did an external study with IIT Delhi, and when they looked at gross valuation of startups hosted by our HEIs, especially IIC HEIs, they came up with some kind of a number which was equivalent to 15,000 crores, which is really a significant milestone. Also, in 2018-19, when we started IICs, the patents or IP filing, especially the patent filing, were around 2,000, 2,500. And now we have reached up to 8,000. So currently, we have IICs in 7,500 institutions. But now, our aims are really high. Our chairman has given us the goal of having 15,000 IICs. So I would like to take this opportunity to request all the institutions who have joined to connect with the institutions in your vicinity and promote them to join this IIC system with us so that we can together achieve this IIC 15,000 goal, which we have set ourselves. Today, we have launch of 3 initiatives: Mentor-Mentee program, Impact Lecture Series, as well as IIC scorecards. So Deepan will make a presentation more in this regard and will share details with you. So I will stop here. Thanks for joining. Thanks for supporting the entire IIC movement. We are together in this. And as our Honorable Prime Minister said, that if we have to really become a developed country by 2047, then these IICs need to play a very, very vibrant role because they are going to be the islands of innovation and entrepreneurship in our country. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. As you have rightly mentioned, that IIC is not a program, it is a structure, and it gives kind of a scalability and replicability component to the institutions to synergize all their efforts and putting into a right direction to achieve the goal to become innovative and entrepreneurial. Let's welcome our Honorable Member Secretary, sir, Rajiv sir. And as Jere sir said, I will go for a brief.
For the first day, he has been supporting us.
Yes. So AICT is kind of a backbone of the whole thing in all initiatives since the day one. When Anil Sahasrabudhe sir was there, he was the supporting, he is the main person who has helped us to start everything. And now Sitaram sir is also giving full supports to make it scalable and replicable, not only in the Indian domain, also even exploring the cross-border transfer of this kind of models. So let me give you the brief about the IIC journey. If I will talk about the IIC journey, it's completely rewardful and phenomenal because we started with 940 institutions, innovation councils in 2018. If you will see the growth of these IICs over the years, for the first 2 to 3 years, it was a bit difficult. It's not that much progressive because we have to break the kind of a mindset. We have to establish the structure because IIC is a very less cost-effective structure where there is no investment required. Because we say that IIC is not an innovation cell, it is not another unit, it is not another center, it is a council. And when we say council, that means institute can utilize the existing facilities, existing resources, and they have to just mobilize and redirect and reorient everything. So by putting this, they can achieve up to certain level. After that, only they need another additional resources. That's why we started with this. And first time we break the mindset or the myth is that for innovation startup only you have to wait for the government support. So without government support also you can start with the existing facilities you have. So you can see the growth from 940 to 7,514 as on today. And you can see the last 3 years, especially during the COVID period, even though there was a lockdown, but performance of institutions have not stopped. Actually, all institutions has worked, and we have introduced many online programs through which all institutions, faculty members keep on engaged, and we kept this innovation movement move on, even though there was a national lockdown during 2020-21. So if you will see the kind of number of institutions we have in our country, there are around 63,245 higher education institutions are there, which includes National Institute of National Importance, central universities, state universities, open universities, polytechnic institutions, non-technical institutions, and also private and self-finance colleges. So altogether, out of 63,000 institutions, so far 7,500 institutions are already part of this IIC network. And to incentivize their participation, under the IIC umbrella, we have more than 12 to 15 initiatives through which we keep on them engaged and keep on motivating, and also their participation also we are rewarding them through various mechanisms. You can name Yukti Innovation Repository or Innovation Challenge or funding supports. You can name Innovation Ambassadors training program for faculty members. And there are more than 12 to 15 programs, and those are actually helping these IIC institutions to go further. Focusing upon the Yukti Innovation Repository, now more than 1,500 institutions have built the innovation repository and the IPR repository at the institute level. And at present, total number of innovations in terms of number of ideas, prototypes, and startups, which is tossed to the 92,000 in just 1.5 years. And we are expecting this number will go on, and by end of this academic year, it will touch to 150,000. And if we will take at least 20 to 30% are actually quality innovation, then you can see the kind of output it is coming from our institutions. Our goal is to improve the quality of innovations that is coming out from our education institutions, and similarly for the startups and these innovation centers that currently AICT is going to set up in different regions, which is going to accelerate this IP commercialization and technology transfer in our education institutions. Coming forward to celebrate all these things, every year we organize regional meets. So this year also we are going to organize regional meets in 20 locations. Already institutions have been invited and they are registering. And I'm happy to share that almost all regional meets, institutions are already 50% seats are already filled up. And next 5 to 10 days, I think all the seats will be get filled up, and we will get good number of participation from education institutions. So now I will take this opportunity to take the permission from Honorable Chairman of HEICT to declare the finalist of Impact Lecture Series program, which is a first of its kind program we started 3 years back. And that is to help the education institutions, especially in the aspirational districts, in the rural and the village areas, where there is no much connection with the ecosystem enablers in the state and national level. So how we will going to bridge the ecosystem enablers with the education institutions in rural and village areas, in hilly areas like Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh and Northeast, so that there also the ecosystem will start building up and they will also have a better understanding on how to drive this ecosystem. So I need your permission, sir, to go forward. Thank you, sir. So for the academic year 2023-24, we have received 1130 applications from higher education institutions. Those are IIC institutions, but these are generally, we can say that, newly joined IIC institutions, or they are not highly scored in the IIC. So they are scored, I think, 3-star and below, but they need bit push, they need bit kind of a connection, and these are located in aspirational districts. They are located in Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh regions. So we have received around 1120 odd applications. After applying a 6 level of criteria and evaluation, finally we reached to 471, and we are going to provide a funding support of 20,000 rupees per institute, so that they will invite external experts from state level and national level ecosystem, like incubation head, or like a knowledge agency or industry association, or kind of a state startup mission representatives, so that they will inspire the students and they will understand how these ecosystems are happening in the state capital and how they will join with the state level national ecosystem. As per AICT mandate, we can provide up to 800, but we have shortlisted only 471, so we are going with first phase, and then in the next phase we will again scout the application and we will provide the support to the remaining institutions. And institutions can see the list in the IIC webpage. Now going to the next round, I need permission from Honorable Chairman, sir, for the announcing the finalist of mentor institutions as part of the Mentor-Mentee program.
Yeah, please proceed.
For the academic year 2023-24, we received applications from 407 407 IIC institutions. Those are highly performing institutions. That means those have scored 3.5 4-star in the last 2 years. So we have applied a 7 level of criteria, and finally from these 407 applications, we have identified, we have shortlisted, or we have finalized 100 institutions to act as a mentor institute, for which they will receive funding support of rupees 2.5 lakhs per institute to provide mentoring and handholding support to the mentee institutions. Here the mentee institutions are either those are beneficiaries of the impact lecture, or they are other institutions, those have not benefited from the impact lecture. So we have received around 1100 institutions. They have submitted the interest to become as a mentee institutions. So these 1100 institutions and these 100 institutions with funding support from MIC, they will provide the mentoring, and simultaneously also we have shortlisted another 120 institutions. Those are highly performing institutions, but they have opted for volunteer role. They will not receive funding from the AICT MIC, but they will contribute voluntarily by putting their own resources as a mentor institute. So around 222 institutions will act as a mentor to these 1100 mentee institutions in a ratio of 1:5. And there is a guided activities as part of the mentoring activities. So this is all about the mentor and mentee list of mentor institutions, and institutions can visit the IIC webpage for the detailed list of both funded and volunteer list. Coming to the next, it's about the IIC activities. That is the portfolio of the activities happened in the last 1 year conducted by the IIC institutions. So if you will see the kind of number of activities organized by these IIC institutions, it has gradually increased in a very substantial manner. So in the 2018-19, only 12,000 activities were organized by 940 IIC institutions. As we gone forward in the terms of number of IICs, and also with our active involvement of AICT, MIC, and all our mentor institutions. In the current year, that is during the academic year 2020-23, total number of activities, innovation and entrepreneurship related activities has reached to 79,247 during the period of academic year 2020-23. If you will see the previous year, that was during 2020 and 21, it was 63,000. So it is increasing substantially, which indicates that how institutions are coming forward and actively performing, and they're conducting activities around the year so that our students and faculty members are getting maximum exposure. And when they receive exposure, their understanding, their involvement, their engagement, their experience increasing on innovation. And from our side, we prescribe the activities under different categories, like IIC driven activities, where we prescribe a calendar activities in advance at the beginning of the year. Similarly, there are self-driven activities where institute can do on their own without our guidance. There is a category called MIC driven activities, where ad hoc basis we assign certain activities, and institute when do it, then they get certain weightages. Similarly, also we have listed certain activities as a celebration activities like Innovation Day, Entrepreneurship Day, Technology Transfer Day, Startup Day, so that we make this kind of activities a regular practice in our education institutions, and they celebrate these activities. Then another kind of activity is called Innovation Ambassador activities. When we provide trainings to our faculty members and we deploy as an Innovation Ambassador, we didn't stop there. We give them kind of a follow-up activities where they have to go to the institutions, industries, and market, and even the schools, and they have to organize certain activities on a volunteer role. And their activities, they have to come back and they have to report to us, and it has to be verified by the institute first. And based on that, we received around 5,000 activity reports from our innovation ambassadors. And if you will edit all these things, it is touching to 79,000 activities. Then these activities are not kind of a monotonous or one type. 60% of such activities are half day or 1 day long activities. 40% activities are 2 day or 3 day long activities. And if you classify also these activities, nature and focus of the activities, 45% activities are focusing on innovation and design thinking, whereas 10% on IPR and technology transfer, 38% on entrepreneurship and startup promotion and support, and 7% is on incubation and pre-incubation support. So this is the overall and general classification of activities conducted by institutions, and 16,000 activities are online and 64,000 activities are offline. That means this year, the maximum institutions have opted for going for physical mode of activities. Now it's time for announcing the annual performance of our institution innovation councils. In this year, 3,400 higher education institutions have participated, and they have scored at least 1 star out of 7,400 institutions we have. So I need permission from our Honorable Vice Chairman, sir.
A comment here, sir. The stars here are calculated based upon the points which these institutions actually accumulate. So for every activity which the institutions perform, they are assigned some amount of points. And at the year of those, like our credit card, at the end of the year, they actually can redeem those points in terms of stars. So number of highest points, institutions scoring highest point will get 4th or 5th star, depending on how we are doing our benchmark. And then relatively other institutions will actually get arranged or ranked.
Yes. Yes, sir. So I need your permission, sir. Yes, I will go forward. So this is the fact, this is the seat of distribution of performance of IIC institutions on zone wise, because we have around 8 zones, and when we classified all these 3,400 institutions performance, so it is coming like this. So total 142 institutions out of 3,426 institutions participated scored 4 star out of 5, and 454 institutions have scored 3 or 3.5, and 466 institutions have secured 2 and 2.5, and around 2,364 institutions have received 1 or 1.5 star. So this is the distribution of stars. And when we say 4, that means they have a performance.
So these 4 stars are out of 5 stars. We still believe that none of the institute is mature enough to actually get 5 stars. So still long way to go. So we are confining ourselves to 5 stars. And if someone actually does something very exceptional, like a unicorn gets generated out of any particular institute, then that star is actually reserved for it.
Yes. So if you will see the kind of which zone is performing good, so this is also proportionate with the kind of number of institutions. So if you see the SRO, it is 622 because southern area part is actually dominating. Actually, this is the trend actually following since the first year of.
Amazed to see that Western region
Yes,
is very
it is
less.
complete
Maharashtra,
competitor of the
Gujarat.
SRO. SRO and WRO both are kind of a, you can say, compete each other,
Yeah.
and it's a good healthy competition we have. And it is happening because our journal in charges are actually keep on following up with the institutions and inspiring and motivating, and institutions also equally reciprocately they are replying back. Coming to the distribution of the type of institutions we have. So if you will see the kind of distribution here in this IIC performance sheet, you will find participation from National Institute of National Importance, central universities. Also, you will find participation from affiliating universities, and there is also participation from open universities. We have around six open universities, but only one in open university is made into the list. Remaining 5, they are remain inactive level, but they have started this IIC. Similarly, we have a classification of deemed or state university with government and government aided. Similarly, for the private and self-finance, college and institutions under again 2 categories of government and self-finance. And as your suggestion, we have created a new category called polytechnic institutions this year, because you can see around the 301 institutions. They are now part of this ranking, annual performance exercise. So this is again distribution of annual performances of the institutions based on the institute category. Now I will request all of the institutions to see this result. They have to go to the dashboard in our IIC web page for the category wise. And if they want to see the performance card, then they have to log into the IIC portal, and there is a separate section called performance card. There they will get all the whole things, and even activity wise, for which activity they have submitted, how many got disapproved, and what is the score, everything is there. And that performance card will be like a mirror page for them to see where they are lacking and where they have to focus and how they will perform better. And so that in the next 1 year or this current year will help in improvising that performance card. And through mentor and mentee process also, we are going to help. We will move off the certain mentee institutions to the mentor level, and they will also perform better in this IIC performance card. So this is all about the IIC performance and mentor-mentee program and impact lecture program. Now I will request Honorable Chairman Sir to give his valuable message and vision to our IIC institutions, innovation ambassador and the innovators, how we will take this initiative forward.
Namaskar. Very good afternoon to all of you. I see and also understand that there is a lot of interest. Large number of you have joined on YouTube and also the other social media. First of all, let me congratulate all the people who have been put in the finalists of the higher education institution for the impact lecture scheme. The second, also let me congratulate all the institutions who have been selected as mentor institutes for the mentor-mentee program. The third one is a very positive one, which is annual performance of the IICs. So wherein we have 7,500 plus, but only 3,800 or
400 are
50% have participated in this annual performance. So that gives you an idea, how you are doing, what you are doing, so that how you can improve. Next, you can only internally take a step or action, so that you can be also in the top list of innovation. Friends, all of you know that innovation rules every sector, rules the future in every sector. Unless we do very well in the innovation, there is no way we will become the third largest economy. So it is also linked to that. And as we know, we have in the Global Innovation Index, we have done well, but still we are at the 40 range. So we need to do a lot of work actually. That's where. And also, you know, this year in 2023, area ranking has been replaced by the NIRF innovation ranking. So I think many of you have participated and also got recognized. So that is one of the reasons I think we have also put down the annual performance so that even others can compete for this NIRF innovation ranking from next year. Okay. So please take the appropriate steps at your institution. As you rightly said, these are councils. So you could, just like your boards, you can sit down, discuss, and come with a plan so that your institute is also a force to reckon with in the innovation. And this year we have also written a letter to you, all the IICs, to start the idea space, to invite even some of these leading industrialists or venture fund leaders and others to your institution. I think this impact lecture scheme also can be held in that
Yes.
idea space.
Yes.
So that it could be a good beginning.
Yes.
Okay. So please plan that so that we. So another thing is in the Mentor-Mentee program, my request is not only just 5 institutions around, you also encourage new institution to join IIC.
Yes.
Our goal is actually by this year end, we wanted to convert this 7,500 IICs to 15,000 IICs. So I request all the institutions who are in the mentor institutes, in the mentor-mentee program, to do 50 each of them. The new institution to be bring around their institutions to IIC. So this is a task given to you. Start working from today.
Yeah.
You need to bring new 50 institutions to join. What kind of institutions? I think that's very, very clear. You can actually do even the BSc colleges also into this.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It is not that the only technical and diploma colleges only. You can actually attract nearby colleges, around 50 of them as you wish, and make them in that institution. You go there, help them how to constitute this Institute Innovation Council. Maybe you can become one of your representative, can become a member in that council headed by that institution. So I think that will change the whole scenario, and we will all be able to approach this 15,000 IICs by the year end of 2024. I mean, by June, July of 2024.
Yes.
Friends, we have also need to increase the technology transfers. That's why we have created 12 innovation centers, India's innovation center, and 12 AICTE regional office location, earlier regional office locations. That will start functioning soon because we have already hired people who will be manning that center, innovation center. And so we will help you in commercialization and IP filing, and therein we are also giving you some funding for creating your own IP. Okay, so this is very, very important activity, and our goal is by the end of 2024 December, we would like to have 50 of these innovation centers. What we would like to, right now we are actually doing these innovation center in AICTE regional world regional offices locations. To just name some of them: Bangalore, Trivandrum, and Jaipur, Guwahati, Bhopal, okay, and Chandigarh, and Hyderabad, and Chennai, Bombay, Kanpur. But what I urge you to do is, I think Deepan also will write the advice saying that if any private institutions are ready to come with their own funding to create an innovation center, we will also encourage that. innovation center itself in their college.
Yes.
Okay, so that they can handhold the regional institutions, just like, so we will guide you, but whatever manpower required and other things, we have some guidelines established for each of the innovation center, how it should function, what space is required, what kind of people are required, what is their how do you select them, all that, mentoring can be given from AICTE to you, so that you can have these innovation center at your institutions also. This is only for the institutions who are part of the mentor institutions.
Yes.
It cannot be the new institution which you want to start. You have to establish yourself that you have an innovation ecosystem at your institution. Last point I would like to say, the next IIC lecture series will be announced soon, because we have only selected now 471.
Yes.
So we would like to select another close to about 350
Yes.
or 330, which are remaining, because the AICT had approved 800.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yes.
for that also there will be a call. So watch for that call, and I think that will be a fantastic activity which you can start in your idea space. So make students to join that idea space once a week for a cup of coffee.
Yes.
There need not be any lecture there. They can just interact, learn about innovation, and put some discussion points. How a company can be started, and how to get funds from from the ventures, and all that can be informally discussed over a cup of coffee. Okay. I think you can also make your coffee places also as an innovation
Yes.
idea
Idea
spaces. Okay. In your campus, if you have a coffee place,
Idea cafe.
so that can be idea cafe now.
Idea cafe.
So you please make that is also, put some boards and give some exact time when they can meet all of them can come there and join this group. Okay. And that would be a very, very interesting, and things for all the young people who are actually looking to make their own startups and then become an entrepreneurial, and get involved in the entrepreneurial activities. So as Dr. Abhay Jere mentioned, that the entire functioning of the Ministry's Innovation Council was reviewed by an outside agency, that to an IIT Delhi Management Science Department. Okay, very senior people were involved. What is interesting is they have given a very positive report on the impact of the entire innovation ecosystem in the country because of the MIC's activity, Ministry Innovation Cell at AICT. So this is a big applaud. We should congratulate Dr. Jere and his team, entire team, who have done a tremendous work in making this happen. Okay, and I think this is now will be a much more bigger role for Deepan to make this happen at a bigger, all these additional institutions. So I only request you to take this opportunity. See, this kind of opening will not come to you so easily. So AICT is coming to your doorsteps and say, we are going to help you create one.
Yes.
So you have to make this happen and move our nation to the, not just the third largest startup ecosystem today, which is today, but we want to do to be number one startup ecosystem in the world. And already we have shown that Indians can do 110 plus unicorns have been created in the last 2-3 years, and with almost $450 billion. Okay, all these valuation of these companies, okay, which is a huge. And these companies don't serve only India. 21% of this market is actually outside India. So this is going to be a huge change. That means world is your market for you. Okay, and luckily, with these policies of the government, we have large number of friendly countries after G20. I think we have successfully, attracted large number of investments in the startups. Okay, just like what happened in the iPhones.
Yes.
Today we are manufacturing 1 billion iPhones or more. Not only just manufacturing for Indian market, we are also exporting. Similar thing will happen in semiconductors. Watch out. Semiconductors, chip making is going to be a huge change India is going to bring out. Similarly, in telecommunications, advanced telecommunications. And all of this, is going to change the way we live, not just in India, the whole world. It's going to change the way the human beings are living. And I think there will be a lot of change we need to adopt. So just for you also emphasize more on skilling at your institutions. Hands-on skilling, experiential learning, all these activities, you could also do along with the innovation activities. So with these few words, I again thank my MIC team for organizing this event. I wish them the very best. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Jai Hind. Jai Bharat.
Thank you very much, sir, for your guidance and the vision you set for all the institutions. I will thank all the institutions, members, faculty members, and all our IIC members, MIC members, and our honorable chairman, sir, vice chairman, sir, and member secretary, sir, for this wonderful time to share their thoughts and also celebrating our efforts of we made in the last 1 year and making this IIC successful. So thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.